Hey guys, it's Kendall Janae. I'm here to decompress. And what I mean by decompress is I'm going to play in makeup. While I'm playing in makeup, I'm going to read a couple of Am I the Asshole prompts from Reddit. And this is perfect for you guys to relax to and possibly just sleep to because I think I have a pretty soothing voice. Anyways, let's go into the first one. Am I the asshole for banning a relative from our house right after they donated our furniture while we were away at home? From the title, I can say no, you're not the asshole. I'm still shaking while I type this. My wife, Paula, and I just got back from a trip. It was our first time away since our twin daughter was born. We gave my mother-in-law, Haikiko, a spare key just to check on things if necessary. Paula is sentimental. While her grandmother passed away, she left her 2 hand-carved mahogany pieces of desk and a vanity. They were Paula's absolute favorite things. We walked in yesterday and the room was empty. Hakiko was there, all smiles, saying she made a surprise for us by getting rid of that oldie dusty junk to give us a modern look, lol. She replaced them with some cheap, flat-packed furniture. She literally gave away/donated Paula's inheritance without asking. Told her to leave and give me the keys. I changed the locks today. Paula has been in tears. Now the rest of the family are calling me abusive guy and controlling by isolating Paula from her mother, Haikiko, over some old piece of junky wood. They say Haikiko was in the right place and I'm being an asshole for banning a grandmother from seeing her grandkid over furniture. My wife is on my side. She agrees with the ban, but the constant guilt from her family is making me feel like a monster. Am I the asshole? To be quite honest, I can say no, you're not the asshole. Literally, my mind can't wrap around donating furniture that does not belong to you. Simple as that. Am I the asshole for skipping my own surprise birthday party once I found out it wasn't really for me? I have never been big on birthdays, don't get me wrong, I don't hate them, I just prefer something low-key. Dinner with my closest friends, maybe watch a film, something small basically. Everyone close to me knows this, especially my sister, let's call her Maya, who loves big gestures and believes every birthday or achievement needs balloons and a theme and much, much more. 2 weeks before my birthday, Maya started acting strange. She kept asking me if I'd be free that Saturday and acted weirdly when I asked why. I suspected that she was up to something, so I told her again that I didn't want to party. She just laughed and said that as per usual I was being no fun. A couple nights ago, the night before my birthday, one of our mutual friends let it slip about it being a party. She mentioned that she was wearing something. Anyways, it turns out the whole family was invited and it was at our parents' house. Some co-workers were also invited, but here's the kicker, my fucking ex. For a little context, me and my ex broke up about 2 months ago. It ended pretty badly, no abuse or cheating, but it wasn't a pleasant ending. I've made it pretty clear to everyone in my life that I want no contact. Maya knows this, however, she's told me multiple times that I should just get over the whole situation because he's a nice guy and that he's been a part of all of our lives for years. The first thing I did was call Maya, demanding answers, and she didn't deny it. She just said that we could finally talk it all out. She admitted that she hadn't just thrown this party for my birthday, but also so everyone could see my ex again and we could fix things between us. She literally said to me that I'd thank her later. Bitch, what? I went mad. I said to her she had no right, that I would have been ambushed into the situation on my birthday. And this was all after I specifically said that I didn't want to party. She just said that I was dramatic and bloody ungrateful, that she had this whole thing planned because I wouldn't find better and it was a good gift. She said everyone had gifts and traveled, that everyone was so excited. So yesterday, my birthday, I completely powered off my phone and didn't let anyone know other than my best friend, so we went out for lunch and went on a walk together. We ended up having a great day. When I got home, I turned my phone and it was mental. Maya was fuming. People were disappointed. People even said I embarrassed Maya. Maya is now basically saying that I ruined the whole party and made it all about me. It's literally my birthday. She says that she did it out of a good place in her heart and that I should at least apologize for not showing up and letting people know. So, am I the asshole? No. Literally, these people are so entitled. These are, like, oh yeah, this is just so entitled. Am I the asshole for snapping at my uncle after he kept calling me a girl because of my hair? I'm 19 male and I have long curly hair. I've been growing it out for a few years and I take care of it. I use conditioner and I have leave-ins and curl creams for when I need a little more styling as well. The brand I use has a little silhouette of a woman on it, and it's technically for women. Last week my girlfriend had a really stressful week, so I cooked her dinner. My parents wouldn't be coming home too late, so I set up candles, wrote her a card, and tried to make it nice with flowers and stuff. That's so sweet. As I was setting up, my uncle, 52, comes into the room. For context, he's bald and divorced and currently living with us, so he's miserable, pretty much. He looked around at the candles and said, "This looks like something a girl would set up." I didn't respond, but he followed with it. "You do a lot of girly stuff for a guy." He then said, "With all that girly hair stuff, you're really selling it." I told him to back off, and he laughed and said, "Relax, don't be so sensitive." While I was setting up, he kept making small comments like, "Careful, don't break a nail," and would just randomly talk about the fact that I was cooking for her and how girly that was, and I kept telling him he was really funny and making it clear I was annoyed. It started really getting on my nerves and said, "Why the fuck would I take relationship advice when you're divorced and you can't talk about my hair when you're literally fucking bald?" He got all up in my face, got pissed immediately, and said that I crossed the line bringing up his divorce and that I was being disrespectful, and we both got in each other's faces, and he was saying some stuff about not disrespecting him, and he eventually left the kitchen. Later, my mom talked to me and said she gets why I was upset, but thinks I should apologize because he's already embarrassed about his situation, and I didn't need to make it personal, and that she didn't want us to have issues, and I'm starting to think maybe I crossed the line a little bit. It went too deep. Honestly, in my opinion, you didn't cross the line enough. You should have said something like earlier. He's bald and he's literally divorced. You can't take relationship advice from someone that's divorced. It literally makes you wonder how he treated his wife. Am I the asshole for snapping after being repeatedly asked if the narc was talking? I made a new account because involved people are active on Reddit and I don't want them finding my personal shitposting account. I'm a diagnosed narcissist and have been in therapy, by choice, for years. I was diagnosed at 16 and now 28 still actively work in recognizing and correcting harmful behaviors. I was a bully in high school and have since apologized in adulthood. I'm genuinely trying to do better, and Reddit actually helped me recognize behaviors I needed to change. I have a small new friend group. The issue involves one friend, Tay, female, 29. About a month ago, after I felt comfortable enough to say I was a diagnosed narc, Tay started questioning nearly everything I say with some version of, "Is that you or is that the narc talking?" This happens at least once per conversation, and every time I'm left overanalyzing what I said wrong. In reference to an upset friend, me. That makes sense. I'd probably feel the same way. Tay, do you really care, or are you just saying that because you think that's what you'll need to say? In reference to Tay trying on a dress she felt insecure about, me. I actually really like that color on you. It makes you look brighter. Tay, is that your real opinion, or are you just trying to score points? In reference to Tay getting a deserved promotion, you seem a lot more confident lately. Are you enjoying your promotion? Tay, do you mean that, or are you implying I wasn't before? Me, I meant it. It was a compliment. Tay, just checking it wasn't a narc framing as a praise. I asked her to stop. She dismissed me with, "Just checking." Other friends tried to get her to stop, but backed off, told us to work it out ourselves. Yesterday, we were pre-gaming at my place. One friend flaked on us last minute, again, and I said I was frustrated because it felt like our time wasn't being respected. Tay said, "Okay, but are you reasonably upset, or is the narc talking and feeling entitled to other people's time?" Bro, what is wrong with her? I just snapped. I told her, "You want to know something wild? I question constantly because I don't want to hurt people. I do it enough without you questioning literally everything I've said like I'm a fucking case study. Not everything I say is backhanded. You're taking any progress I've made and kept throwing it in my face, and I never gave you a reason to. I spent years learning not to be an asshole, and you just keep finding ways to be a new one. I told you to stop, They told you to stop. I want you to stop. So if you ever thought I have every word I say is manipulation, then why the fuck are you still here? She thought that I was proving her point and not as healed as I thought. The night ended early and awkwardly. Our friends are split. Some things she crossed the line, other things I did. Most think I should accept more scrutiny because of my diagnosis, like I haven't already years ago. My therapist is on vacation. So, am I an asshole for snapping after being repeatedly asked if the narc is talking? In my opinion, I could say no. I truly believe that, if you feel like you're making progress and that person keeps trying to put you back in that mindset that you were not making progress, I don't think you're the asshole. I just don't think you're the asshole. Am I the asshole for changing the lock on my bedroom in a shared apartment without my roommate's permission? I've been sharing an apartment with another woman for about 3 years now. We didn't know each other well before moving in, but we had a mutual friend. She actually asked me to move in because her previous roommate was leaving, and at the time I was really struggling to find a place. I checked on a lot of rooms, but either they were too expensive or it just didn't feel right. When she offered, I went to see the apartment and agreed pretty quickly. At the beginning, she was very nice, and honestly, I felt grateful because she helped me when I needed a place. Because of that, I ignored a lot of small things. She would come into my room without asking, lie on my bed, walk around the apartment barefoot, and then sit on my bed with the same feet. Ew. She also helped herself to my snacks and used my things. A couple of times I tried to say it lightly, like joking that I can't sleep if someone sleeps on my bed, but she would just laugh it off and keep doing it. Over time, it started bothering me more. I wasn't trying to fight, so I avoided being harsh, but I began locking my room whenever I left the apartment. She didn't say anything about that, but when I came back sometimes, I had the strong feeling that someone had been in my room. I finally asked her directly if she had a key to my room. She got defensive and said I was being paranoid and imagining things, so I dropped it. A few weeks later, when she was out with friends, I asked a friend of mine, who does this kind of work, to change the lock on my bedroom door. I just wanted to feel safe in my own space. A few days later, while I was at work, she started sending me angry text messages saying I could change the lock without her permission, that I disrespected her, and that building staff had questioned her about it. When I got home, she immediately started yelling, saying that she could never let me move in and I had no right to make changes. I told her calmly that it's my room and I changed the lock because I didn't feel safe. She then said she had talked to management and that I had to move out. That didn't sit right with me, so the next day I went to the building office myself. The staff told me she already had complaints against her from previous roommates, including bullying and theft. Whoa. They also confirmed I was allowed to change the lock on my private room and that I hadn't broken any rules. After that, I officially filed a complaint against her. The very next day, a notice was issued to her. Since then, she hadn't said much to me directly, but the atmosphere in the apartment is very tense. This place works really well for me in terms of price, location, so despite the tension, I feel safer and more at peace now that my boundaries are protected. Am I the asshole for filing the complaint? No, you're not the asshole. You definitely needed to be safe. It's as simple as that. And when you changed the freaking locks and she immediately found out that you changed the locks and sent you text messages the next day, that meant that she was going in your room while you were not there. Simple as that. Am I the asshole for telling my daughter's dad she isn't going to his wedding because of the way I found out about it? Immediately from the title, yes, you are the asshole. I, female 26, broke up with my ex-daughter's dad, 25 male, 3 years ago. We were together 5 years and had our daughter, 6 female, after 2 years together. Good co-parenting and don't really talk about anything outside of our child. He's been dating fiance, 25 female, for almost 3 years. He didn't tell me about him dating her. My 3-year-old did, by the way. Yeah, you are definitely the asshole. Things changed. The fiance announced their engagement. I only knew because I saw it on her social media. She and I have been friends on social media for over 10 years, but X and I aren't friends. Right before this, he told me that he could not financially support his daughter for a while. He pays child support, but we've never gone to court. He told me it was because he was moving into a new job field, and I said that's fine. Days later, I opened a social app to see an expensive-looking ring. I was annoyed, but things were civil, so I said nothing. Fast forward a month later, his mom texted me to say she would take our child on his days, but not all of his days. He texted me after to say that he was busy. It's less than 24 hours before he was supposed to have her, so I figured something must have come up. I made arrangements to be home instead. It was only a few days later that I started seeing vacation photos on his fiance's Facebook. Next was word vomit. When his time came to have our daughter, I let him have it. I told him he could let me know in advance that he was going out of town and that he had to have known for weeks ahead, and how disrespectful he used his mom to communicate instead of coming to me. I said it's a pattern. He also didn't tell me about his plan to marry, and that involves our daughter. His response? His fiancée wasn't getting any legal rights to our daughter. Why did it matter? I asked, is it important for our daughter to gain a stepmom? Is it important for you to tell me about important things going on in our daughter's life? The conversation really went nowhere, and his fiancée then blocked me, which spoke volumes. Not only do we think you should have found out like this, you shouldn't have found out at all, because it's really not your business, in my opinion. In the end of the day, I told him that our daughter wouldn't attend his wedding. That's extremely petty. As far as she knows, the reason she isn't going to the wedding is because we have a trip planned for that day, and they don't even have a set wedding date because they are due with a new child now. I've raised our daughter almost solely, even when he and I were together. I've been there for all of her important events, and fear he'll go behind my back and I'll miss seeing her at her first wedding. I will not be able to help her dress or do her hair or see her walk down the aisle, all which means a great deal to me to be a witness to. Please tell me, am I the asshole? You are the asshole. This has nothing to do with you. You're the asshole because, this literally has nothing to do with you. If they don't want you to be a part of your actual daughter's life, and if you feel like he's not paying his due when it comes down to taking care of his daughter, you should completely get something from the courts to ensure that he'll take care of his daughter. Am I the asshole for playing mahjong on my computer at 11 o'clock p.m.? Guys, this will be the last one. Am I the asshole? I, 21 female, love playing on my computer. It is a 2020 MacBook Air for reference. Currently, it's a Saturday night at 11:30 p.m. and I want to play a game. I very much enjoy it on my laptop in bed, and the game happens to be mahjong. Now, mahjong is a lot of clicking because of how the game is, just smashing tiles. I have no other noises going on in my apartment at this time. No music, no TV, no talking. Computer volume is muted, and both of my pets laying next to me quietly. Yet my downstairs neighbor have been complaining about hearing the clicking of my mousepad. They also have been complaining about hearing the typing of my computer. They shouted through the ceiling, "Can you do this tomorrow?" Or, "Bro, you've had all day. Why are you doing this now?" And even, "Can you effing stop?" When they started pounding on the ceiling is when I finally gave in and closed my computer. Didn't even finish my game of mahjong. I just wanted to know if I'm the one being an asshole. I'm just playing a game on my computer that I enjoy before bed. We do live in an old 3-story house turned into 3 separate units. I'm in the middle. I don't know how sound carries through their apartment, but maybe it is really loud. Is mahjong not a socially acceptable game to be playing at 11 p.m.? I've never even spoken to the people downstairs in real life. I just hear their yelling. I've talked to the people above me a couple of times, and they have not mentioned anything about this being a problem. But they are quite lovely, so maybe they're too nice to say anything. I would love to hear your guys' opinion on this, because I genuinely didn't know. Thank you. Edit. Because I'm getting reoccurring comments about some of these, so I thought it would be put it here. 1. My computer volume is not on. My computer is muted. 2. I never heard of the tap to click settings until I posted this. I've since changed my settings, though that doesn't fix the sound of typing, at least. I'll have a little more peace. 3. The house is all wooden floors throughout, but I do have rugs over the apartment where it's reasonable. 4. After reading the comments, my friends and I concluded that it's probably the vents that are the problem. 5. Some of you think that this is an ad, which is hilarious. Yes, I'm 21, and I genuinely like playing mahjong. What's wrong with that? I started playing when I was a freshman in college. So, in my personal opinion, you are not the asshole. Like you said, I do think that it might have something to do with events. I know that sometimes in the bathroom of my house, I can hear some things from the next apartment next door. So, I can wholeheartedly say that no, you are not the asshole. And yes, your neighbor seems to be the biggest asshole. Either it's the vent or your neighbor has really, really strong hearing. I like to think that you are possibly just being quiet because it's just mahjong. It's literally just moving the tiles from left to right. So no, you're not the asshole. This makeup look wholeheartedly got messed up. I don't think you can tell, but the eyeliner was not supposed to be like that. The dots over the face, yes, but the eyeliner in the front was not supposed to be like that. It was just supposed to be 2 dots towards the front of the eye, but I think I put this together really nicely. I also have a really, really hard time of overlining my lips. I think it's because I have a very deep Cupid's bow. And not to mention, I was rushing because my daughter was crying a bunch and I needed to make sure that I get her calm. A lot of these makeup products in this video is from the Dollar Tree or my mom brought me from Temu. I have never bought my own makeup products aside from eyeliner and mascara. So all of this makeup was gifted to me from Temu, most likely. So I can't really list a haul as to where these products are from, but overall I think they behave very nicely because I do try to focus on my skincare. I am very interested in making this a series of me just doing makeup and like reading Am I the Asshole or reading anything from Reddit as a whole. I really enjoyed making this video. I really enjoyed talking to you all. Thank you for watching me do my makeup and possibly listening to this recording. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.